Morning class. Last class I had explained the new chapter Footloose in Agra, isn't it? So today I am continuing with the same chapter, and I think so I had sent you the PDF also. In case you do not have your textbooks, you can open the PDF content and read the chapter. Alright, and I had finished explaining till page 42. So I will be starting again from page 42, the last paragraph. So we find that this author has come to Agra all the way from Delhi, right? And he was traveling by a rickshaw and he could see kites flying in the sky, and he asked the rickshaw driver or the rickshaw puller about the kites flying. So he finds no answer from the rickshaw puller because he was not interested in telling about the kite flyers and the kite makers, isn't it? So he goes to the Taj Mahal, and he finds the Taj Mahal very, very beautiful. So after having looked around the Taj Mahal, he finds there's a river Yamuna passing by or flowing by the river by the Taj Mahal. Alright, so he looks around the Taj Mahal and he goes through the garden where he finds a little boy who was sitting there and eating some kind of fruit. Alright, so the little boy also gave the author the fruit to taste. Alright, and the author, he tasted the fruit, but he did not find it very interesting. So the little boy, he says that the fruit was from the Asoka tree. So it is the fruit from the Asoka tree, says the boy. There are many such trees in the garden. So he says that there are many trees in the garden which bears fruit. Are you allowed to take the fruit? So the narrator or the author, he asks the boy whether he is allowed to pick the fruit or not. I am allowed, he says, grinning. So he smiles and he says that he's allowed to pick the fruit. My father is the head gardener. So he says that why is he allowed to pick the fruit is because his father is the head gardener. I bite into the fruit. It is hard and sour but not unpleasant. Do you live here? I ask. So the author, he asks the boy whether he lives there or not. Over the wall, he says, so he says that he lives over the wall, that means behind the wall, he has a house. But I come here every day to help my father and to eat the fruit. So the boy, he replies saying that he comes to the garden to help his father as well as to eat the fruit. I hope you all are understanding. So you see the Taj Mahal every day. So the author asks whether he sees the Taj Mahal every day. I have seen it every day for as long as I can remember. So the boy, he says that he has seen or he sees the Taj Mahal every day as long as he remembers. And I am seeing it for the first time. You're very lucky. So the narrator or the author, he says that he's seeing the Taj Mahal for the first time because he has come all the way from Delhi. So he finds that the little boy was very lucky to have seen the Taj Mahal every day. He shrugs. If you see it once or 100 times, it is the same. It doesn't change. So the boy says that if you see the Taj Mahal 100 times in a day or throughout the year, but still it's the same because it does not change. Don't you like looking at it then? Then again the narrator asks the boy whether he likes looking at the Taj Mahal. I like looking at the people who come here. So he says that he likes looking at the people who comes there to see the Taj Mahal. They are always different. So we know that people from different parts of the world, they go to visit the Taj Mahal, isn't it? So he says that he likes looking at the people because he finds every new people every day. So that he finds it very, very interesting rather than looking at the Taj Mahal. In the evening, there will be many people. So he says that in the evening time, the people will be more, the crowd will be more. I hope you'll have seen the Taj Mahal. So, you must have seen people from almost every country in the world. So the narrator, he asks the boy saying that it seems that you've seen most of the people from different parts of the world. That is so. They all come here to look at the Taj. So he says that he has seen people from all over the world because they come to see the Taj. The kings and the queens and the presidents and prime ministers and film stars and poor people too. So he gives some description to this author saying that people from different parts of the world come. Even the people, the film stars, the presidents, the prime ministers from different parts of the world, they come, and as well as the poor people also take out time to visit the Taj. And I look at them, in that way it isn't boring. So the boy, he says that in that way he doesn't find it boring. Well, you have the Taj to thank for that. So he says that, so you should be very thankful to the Taj Mahal because you get to see many people from different parts of the world. So he gazes thoughtfully at the shimmering monument. So when he says, the little boy, there's a change in himself, right? He thinks very, very deeply now. So he looks at the Taj Mahal from a different perspective. His eyes are accustomed to the sharp sunlight, so he just keeps on staring at the Taj Mahal. He sees the Taj every day, but at this moment he is really looking at it, though he looks at the Taj Mahal every day, or he sees the Taj Mahal every day, but now he is seeing it in a different way. He has become more serious, wondering what magic it must possess to attract people from all corners of the earth. So now he is thinking very deeply that why the Taj Mahal is so attractive and all the people from different parts of the world, they come to see. To bring them here, walking through his father's well-kept garden. So there's a beautiful garden in front of the Taj Mahal. Alright, and that garden is maintained by this boy's father, who's the head gardener in that Taj Mahal, so that he can have something new and fresh to look at each day. A cloud, a very small cloud, passes across the face of the sun, and in the softened light, I too am able to look at the Taj without screwing off my eyes. So both of them, they just look up, alright, in the sky, and they find the cloud just moving by, and they don't have much stress to see the Taj Mahal because the sun was not shining anymore. Now the day was coming to an end. As the boy said it, it does not change. So now the author also realized that the Taj Mahal does not change whether the sun is shining, whether it's becoming dark. Therein lies its beauty. So the beauty lies there at every time. For the effect on the traveler is the same today as it was 300 years ago. So the effect of the Taj Mahal is still the same, though it might have been 300 years before the people might have come to visit the Taj Mahal, but the beauty has not changed of it. So there was an author who had written a line about the Taj Mahal. Nothing offends the eye, no part can be found that is not skillfully wrought, or that it has no peculiar beauty. So that is the line which was written 300 years ago by this author Borneo. So this author, Ruskin Bond, he remembers those lines very, very clearly. I hope children you are understanding it. And so for a few moments, this poem is in marble is on view to our most unimportant people, the itinerant writer and the gardener's boy. So everybody remembers that poem. We say nothing, there is really nothing to be said. But now, a few months later, when I try to recapture the essence of the day, it is not the monument that I remember most vividly. So many months have passed and the author has gone back to Delhi. Alright, so he says that he does not remember the Taj Mahal very, very clearly, but he remembers one particular day which he had spent with that boy. The Taj is there, of course, so he remembers the Taj Mahal is there always. I still see it as a mirror for the sun. So he thinks that the Taj Mahal is the mirror. But what remains with me more than anything else is the passage of the river and the sharp flavor of the Ashoka fruit. So the author, he does not remember the Taj Mahal properly, but he remembers the fruit which this boy had given him to eat. And he remembers the river Yamuna which flows behind the Taj Mahal. So he says that nothing remains, alright. So he might not remember the Taj Mahal later, but he remembers the river Yamuna which flows beside the Taj Mahal, and he also remembers the fruit which that young boy had given to eat. So children, I have finished with the chapter. So go through the PDF content once again if you have not understood. And I will be sending you the homework in the next class and you can do it later. Till then, take care and be safe. Thank you.